Charleston White.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that's my name.
We're back, man. For the first time, I really been worried about you, man.
Oh, you have?
Since the Charlie Kirkland situation.
Oh, you worry about me and Charlie Kirk?
Well, this is the first time you made white people mad. And when you make white people mad, it's a totally different mad than black people mad.
Well, I done made them mad before. I just wasn't as big. You know, I went against our local police department when Dacian Stepto killed Officer Garrett Hull. Mm-hmm. So that was really my claim to fame to the internet. Is when I was on Facebook and I became frustrated from working in the community. You know, black people started making me feel like, man, you selling out, you pandering to the Republican Party. So, homie, I was real big in the Tarrant County GOP Republican Party, as well as the RPT Republican Party of Texas, as well as the National Republican Party. So, homie, I was a rock star amongst white people, and I had started using the word online. So I was transitioning from being clean cut, bow tie, shirt tail tucked in to start growing a fro, my dreads. So I started using the word because I saw how offensive it was. So
ER or
NA. The word to a lot of people there's no difference than ER or A. It's the term. So that's probably one of the most powerful words in the English dictionary. One of the most powerful offensive word in the English dictionary. So I use that word as a tool to make white people uncomfortable, to make black people uncomfortable. So it's a very uncomfortable word. So I started out squabbling with white people because this before the Black Lives Matter movement just really took off. I quit squabbling with white people because niggas wasn't ready to die. Every police shooting, homie, I never seen a group of niggas that was ready to die. I noticed that we don't have no crash outs. The little white kid that killed Charlie Kirk, he a YN, but he a white YN. That's they crash out. The 19-year-old Dylan Roof, they got crash outs. So if you look at all the most recent mass shootings in the last 2 years, it's been young white boys who know how to operate guns to go kill people. So I said, man, I quit squabbling with white people, and here's why. Because when Dacian Stepto killed Officer Garrett Hull, they executed him on the spot. So they hunted him all day long. He had been committing robberies. He had been robbing Mexican bars. And I was partnering with Fort Worth Police Department at the time with this new federal national initiative that they had that was called a 21st Century Community Policing. So they were doing a national initiative with this term called procedural justice, and procedural justice was supposed to make cops more empathetic, more sensitive to the struggles in the history of black people in our relationship. Well, the Fort Worth Police Department, obviously this is something officers had to push back, and then the black community didn't want to get involved in it. So they used me to be a spearhead. So I bought into it, I believed in it. So during this time, Dacian Stepto kills Officer Garrett Hull. They should have been arrested him because they already had a warrant for him. So they followed him around all day long. Let me speed this story up. They followed him around all day long, watched him go into a bar, had undercover officers in the bar, and when they came in to rob, they put everybody's life in jeopardy rather than stop them and go into the bar. So they allowed them to go into the bar, freeze, everybody get down. And then the police, freeze, it's the police. So Dacian ran out. Officer Garrett Hull chased him. In the process, he fired one shot and killed Officer Garrett Hull. So you got to think, I got homie, at this time, I'm good friends with the president of the Fort Worth Police Officers Association, Rick Van Houten, Deputy Chief Ty Harris, Deputy Dean. I'm cool with Chief Joel Fitzgerald. So I'm having regular meetings with these top-ranking brass. So when this happened, I couldn't believe that the police would execute him and not bring him to justice. They killed him on the spot. So they didn't put him in handcuffs. They shot him in the foot. He had literature marks where they choked him. He was a little skinny nigga like me. They broke his arm in two, and they shot him in the chest because Officer Garrett Hull was their sergeant. He was the leader of the SWAT team, and they called him Rambo. He had spent 3 tours in Iraq, so he was a bad motherfucker in law enforcement world. So for Dacian to kill him, that was a blow to the SWAT team. So yeah, they killed Dacian. So I get a call from Dacian's stepdad, who's a good friend of mine, a guy by the name of Supreme. And they tell me what happened. They wouldn't let the mother or the father see the body. So I realized if you make the police mad, you kill a cop, kind of like what's going on now, you really don't have no rights. So rather than me continuing to align myself with the police because they wrong in this situation, I align myself with the family. When they had Officer Garrett Hull's funeral here in Fort Worth, Texas, tens of thousands of law enforcement from all over the country came here, but they was also threatening the family. The law enforcement, police like a gang, homie. Mm-hmm. You do something to them.
The biggest gang.
Yeah, so they was threatening the family. They threatened all the black preachers, and they wouldn't have, most people don't know the civil rights movement didn't come to Fort Worth, Texas. It came to Dallas. Dr. King had to sneak and come to Fort Worth. He couldn't openly come. So the Fort Worth, Texas have never had a black civil rights movement. So the black people there are very subservient. They've never bucked white people in Fort Worth, other than a few street guys. So I started bucking. I started bucking, and I started going online promoting cop killing. But let me just say this. I had got into it with police during a city council meeting a week or 2 weeks before Officer Garrett Hull got killed. And I made a post online that I said, I pray in the name of Jesus that a Fort Worth police officer dies in the line of duty. And then I said, and then it was a councilwoman by the name of Gina Bivens. I also made a public prayer in the name of Jesus that Councilwoman Gina Bivens have a heart attack. Both of those happened within 2 weeks.
Wow. Is this the viral when you're in the
just the time I was going to the city council with nigga on my shirt, hollering about I wish we can rape white women. So homie, I had already been bucking white people, but they know me. So it's like the straight A student all of a sudden just turned gangster and they said, man, something happened to Charleston. So nigga, I'm bucking white people in a way.
When you said those two things and they happened, did people, I mean.
Yeah. So let me tell you what happened. So when that happened, homie, I started calling downtown I wasn't making threats, but I was saying, I called and told David Cook, who was the city manager of the city at the time, that I hope his daughter grow up and marry a well-hung black man who beat on her and have anal sex with her rough and real hard after you kick her ass and make her like it and lick her tears. So I was just calling down there because this is what I understand. My mouth is deadly. My words hurt just like punches. Nigga, I have a way of articulating words and delivering words to make you feel like I hit you. And it'll activate those kind of emotions. So I know that. I know that's a strength that I have in speech delivery. So I know how to use words as weapons. And it make other people respond to want to hurt me. So I'm calling downtown doing this. So then I'm going online, marking the death of Officer Garrett Hull. I'm marking his wife, his widow, his 2 children. So I'm doing just what I did to Charlie Kirk, but I did this to law enforcement. Just what I'm doing to Charlie Kirk, just what I did to King Von, Gilly Kid's son, I did the same thing to the Fort Worth Police Department. So they
Cop was white?
Who?
The police officer was white?
Yeah, he was white, and he was killed by a black kid. Yeah, a gangster. He was a gangster. See, he went across the railroad tracks and was robbing Mexicans, the immigrants that can't call the police. So one day I get kidnapped by the police, and I call it kidnap because I got pulled. They watched me all day long. So up until that day, because of the rhetoric that I was using on social media and on Facebook and coming downtown with that same rhetoric, I was under constant surveillance from law enforcement because of my rhetoric had went from talking President Trump to nigger, kill white folks, rape white women, shoot white babies. They need to shoot. So, homie, I started praising school shootings. I started going downtown, yelling out during lunch hour that Timothy McVeigh is my hero, that I can't wait till we start raping white women. So you even hear me say that to our mayor, say, I came down here to do that because that's a form of fighting back. It's called uncivil disobedience. You can have civil disobedience, but I'm being uncivil, but I'm not breaking any laws because I'm not threatening. Yeah, cussing is a disorderly conduct. So my rhetoric had changed, homie. So they put me under surveillance, sat on me all day long. I was sitting at the classy lady, decided to leave one day, and when I look up, I got a bunch of cars following me. So I make a right going toward Ramey. I get pulled over by undercover cars, the police. Now normally I could jump out the car and be like, man, what y'all pulled me over for? And at this time I was driving a 300 Chrysler, the 300 Chrysler M before they turned it into the Bentley style. So I had that Dodge Intrepid looking motherfucker, but it was like the Dukes of Hazzard. I had to reach outside the door to open the car door, but the windows didn't let down. So I had to open the car door and say, hey man, free, get back in the car. Nigga, this is something different, because they had never treated me like that before. So when they put me in the car, they said I was being arrested for a broken tail light. And I ain't gonna say his name, but one of the NPOs said, Charleston, you must have pissed somebody high up off. I said, man, you already know they are. So they took me to jail. And I called Lisa Pamplin, who's a very well-known attorney in the city. Hey, Lisa, man, I just got arrested. She said, for what, Blue? Because they called me Blue. I said, a broken tail light. She said, what? Her what alarmed me. She said, what? I said, yeah, man, a broken tail light. She said, man, don't say shit. I'm on my way. So this is where at times I talk too much. Before we hung up, I said, say, Lisa, whatever you do, don't let these motherfuckers Sandra Bland me. So about 30 minutes later, the arresting officers, they all come back. But I've been in the holding tank for an hour or two. So when they come from the back, I'm saying, man, what these motherfuckers doing still here? But they got a stack of paperwork. They done went and got all my social media posts. Where nigga, we keep bragging about killing white men, kill police officers. They went and got all them social media posts. And they came to the door and said, come on, Charleston, let's go. I said, go where? The exact words, we transferred you to the mental asylum. And he had a smirk on his face. I said, man, you know, I'm an arrogant nigga. Yeah, I'm a very egotistical nigga. So I walked out that motherfucker, man, y'all finna lose y'all motherfucking job. Y'all done fucked up. But before he transferred, before he said I was being transferred, he said I was being transferred under a Senate bill. And at the time, Sandra Bland had just died. So this is what most people don't know. They got a Sandra Bland Act. And it was called SB Senate Bill something, but I had never heard it before. So the Sandra Bland Act in the state of Texas, because she had a smart mouth, and they took her to jail, and she hung herself, as they say. So now the Sandra Bland Act gives the police power to take you to the hospital if he deemed necessary. So let me tell you the difference. You would much rather go to jail than the hospital, because the hospital you can be kept forever. You don't have no due process. So that's why our government is pushing mental health. That's why if the police come and you got a smart enough mouth, that's how they make you disappear. So they knew that, right? But none of us know about the Sandra Bland Act because it had just got passed. So black people was clapping for this act. So if they would have took Sandra Bland to a hospital, we would have never heard of her again, because it's called a civil commitment. They started practicing and doing this with child. See, they start using unjust laws on people who they think is deemed less than worthy of themselves, right? Black people. So they try this out on us first. So they started using civil commitments on child molesters who they think would get out and probably do it again. So they would be sentenced to 15 years. When it's time for them to come home in 15 years, they would send them to a civil court, and the court would say, man, we think you go again. You can't never be free. So they put you into a civil commitment. They can do that to the average human, but we don't know that, the average American. So I due process rights are taken. So I go to jail. From jail, you can look me up. Okay, we see he in jail. From jail to the mental hospital, you disappear. Because under the HIPAA laws, they can't release your medical information. So your family called and said, man, we can't find him. We don't know where he is. Ma'am, we don't know what you're talking about. We looked at all the jail. If you can't never make the call, but by the time you make the call, they done shot you up with drugs. You don't see a judge. So no one is saying, hey, and you can go get on the phone and call somebody. You don't have to ask to use the phone. It's girls and men and women. So it's like you and your neighbors in there. So when Lisa say don't say nothing, I don't say nothing. So under the Sandra Bland Act, I was transferred to a mental asylum for making threats against the police. And I was ready to go to war. But where I at home, I had been going to the gun range all that week. And I was going live showing how I've been practicing on my long range distance shooting. Yeah, but I'm just bullshitting, you know. And so when I get pulled over, I got over 300 rounds of ammunition. I got all kind of black liberation gun manuals. I got a whole bunch of shit. I'm looking like a domestic terrorist. Plus the shit I've been saying. So yeah. So the night of Officer Garrett Hull's funeral, I held security at the mother's house because the police were riding by there intimidating them. So homie, the police, some dirty motherfuckers, the bad ones, not the good ones, but if you do some one of them, homie, they turn into a vengeful gang. And they torment your family, everybody. So every black preacher in the city was afraid to have a funeral. Well, I done got into it with every black preacher in the city. Dr. Bell, I done got into it with every black preacher. So let me just say this. Nothing can happen to a black person in the black community without the white people first going to their religious leaders. The black people give the okay for us to be killed. The black people have to give the head nod for Malcolm. It's a black person, someone in the planning of this, and even with Malcolm. So at one point in time, all the black preachers, because I had become so polarizing amongst white people, all the black preachers in Fort Worth said, man, they got together and they told an elder guy by the name of Eddie Griffin, man, what we gonna do about this young brother Charleston White? Well, at the time, Eddie Griffin was my mentor. They wanted me to get away from Pops, because Pops a street nigga. So Eddie Griffin said, oh, man, don't worry about Charleston, I got him. Once I couldn't be controlled, the police came to me one time and said, Charleston, what's your relationship with Pops? Why you so homie? They wanted me to get away from that old man because of the knowledge that he would feed me. Not that my love for white people was changing. I was starting to learn how to love us because of those showed me how to love us. So I started saying. So they sent Deputy Chief Dean. They sent Sheriff Bill Wayburn. Sheriff Bill Wayburn came to me while at a function with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. So I might have some very influential white people that and I remember the old told me, homie, he said, the worst thing you can do, homie, is for white folks to know your name as a black man. You don't want white people to know your name. So he said, yeah, white people know your name. So when I do this, I hold security for the family by myself. No Muslim would do it, no Crip and Blood. So this is when I realized it was cowards. Farrakhan, the Crips, the Bloods, the RBG, nobody wanted to stand against the police, homie. So I bagged my little old car up in the driveway with my guns. I smoked weed all night long. It was an RBG there drinking with no gun, playing like he tough. I held security so this family can get some rest, this mother. And that's when I disappeared after that. I done stood 10 toes down.
Wait, you never explained how you got out the mental hospital.
I'm finna tell you. So I stood 10 toes down with white people. So The first nurse that I seen, she was a black African lady. And she knew I wasn't homicidal. She knew I wasn't suicidal. She just online showing his ass. But nigga, this is done by your government. This is higher up saying, do this. So she says, yeah, let me call your mother, make sure you don't harm yourself. So she recommended I go home. The black doctor, because they don't have a white boy do it. So the black doctor said, no, I think you may try to hurt a politician. Well, why ain't I charged? Why ain't I charged then? Because y'all like to give a nigga criminal record. Well, the mental health strips me of my guns. The mental health strips me of my gun, right? If they can get the mental health tag on me. But they can't mental health me. I have no history. So they keep me. They transfer me to JPS. I never see a real doctor. This one I knew this shit is a game. For one, I got Medicare, Medicaid. If I didn't have Medicare, Medicaid, they wouldn't have done that. Because who's gonna foot the bill? You see what I'm saying? Number two, they want to abruptly snatch me off the streets to see what kind of drugs is in a nigga system. Cause that's one of the first things you do is take you.
Right. Okay. So you took a blood test.
You're not going past intake if you don't take a blood test. You'll never get out if you don't do that. So in the process of intake, I'm looking at niggas as employees. The niggas who work there are saying, say, homie, what's up? Nigga, I don't supposed to be here because everybody know me in this city. And everybody looking like, man, they fucking over you, nigga. But they can't say it because they got to keep their job. So I go act like I'm on the phone, say, man, nigga, how you get out of here? Shit, nigga, you got to take the medicine. Take what medicine? Nigga, ain't nobody told me I got to take no motherfucking medicine. Shit, the doctor. What doctor? Man, I ain't seen no doctor. White. Medication. What medication? That doctor didn't say I had to take no medication. Mood stabilizer. What you mean a mood stabilizer? You seem like you upset. I'm being held without my will. So they got all kind of ways to play on you. So first night, I'm considered high risk because I'm asking questions like, man, do we get to go outside? So now they saying, oh, he gonna try to escape. So they put me where the craziest of the crazy motherfucker, where you look at the motherfucker and say, man, what time is it? I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. And say, nigga, hey, man, goddamn work. So nigga, this nigga in the twilight zone. Trying to break a nigga mind, homie. They trying to break a nigga. So my mama said, son, I don't know what you done to get yourself out of it. Whatever you done, you gotta get yourself out of there. So I'm thinking, I done grew up in the boys' home. I'm a state baby. This the same system. Play the system. So I started working the groups. Man, I'm having problems. Yeah, homie, and I never saw a doctor. I never saw a doctor, but they were giving me drugs day one. And if you refuse the drug, they shoot you with them. The drugs is like, it arrests your mind, your soul, and your emotions. It takes your mind, your soul, and your emotion, and it puts it in a closet somewhere in your body, and you're just there as a shell. And people that are talking to you, you saying, yeah. But the real you say, man, I'm on this medicine. Hey, man, no, this ain't me. But you saying, yeah. So nigga, time they give you a lawyer, but by the time you see your lawyer, yeah. Nigga, you on medication. How else you get out of here? Take the medicine. It's a money game, homie. So I refused the medicine at first because I'm saying, what's the side effects? They said, well, no side effect. I'm telling this nurse who's trying to give me medication, everything got a side effect. You don't even know what you're signing. You just signing. So I never got diagnosed. So this one I knew it was full of shit. I said, they just trying to break it. I never seen a doctor. I kept seeing student doctors. Coming from college, student doctors. So after 7 days, an attorney finally come, because now they want to take you before a judge. But what else do they have to take me for a judge other than this internet character? So they released me. I never seen a judge. I never seen a real doctor.
Never took the medicine.
I had to take the medicine.
Oh, man.
You got, listen, before your lawyer show up, you're already full of medicine. You won't go nowhere if you don't take the medicine, because they can't get their money if you don't take the medicine. And the medicine is to get you hooked to keep on taking the medicine. So what they do is they make a referral. Now, if you go with that referral, they got your ass once you get out. So by the time I see the doctor, I'm 7 days in. Yeah. Now, you know how much money they probably made after that 7 days? Oh, okay, we can release him. I never seen a judge. So the medical record says that I was deemed homicidal and suicidal by ideation and preparation. Homicidal and suicidal by ideation and preparation. So every time I get pulled over by law enforcement, they say I want to be killed by a cop. They draw down on me. I never have a regular because I'm deemed as a and I got a lot of guns.
So that's on your record?
That's on my medical record.
Wow.
So can't no regular police deal with me regularly. When my name is red. They
got a call for back?
Yeah. Because they say I'm homicidal. But this is where they fucked up at. With marijuana psychosis, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as marijuana psychosis. So that's how I can still go purchase guns, because it's bullshit.
I was about to ask you about the guns.
It's bullshit. There's no such thing. Yeah, I'm homicidal and suicidal. At the time, I was ready to die. When I realized I was in jail on the first day, you couldn't have made me believe it wasn't gonna be a bunch of black people out there when I wake up. Let him go, let him go. I would go look out the window like or lean on me and see a bunch of, let him go, let him. Boy, when I was sitting by that window looking out and wasn't nobody there. Say, boy, that second day, I just knew they finna bust through the walls to come get me. When did nobody die? Was nothing. The old words came to my mind. He said, ain't nobody getting in the car with you and you fight police. You go downtown and talk bad to white people. What? Don't know do that. Dr. King didn't talk to white folks like you. Malcolm didn't talk to white folks bad. So this is what made me turn to the niggas. Because the ain't got no mental asylum to erase me in. That's what made me say, you gangbanging. Why you don't say nothing to white folks? Because white folks will do this to me, you ain't gonna do nothing. So nigga, why would I make white folk mad unless they make me mad? I don't bother white folk by problems. I ain't f***ing with white folk because they done something. I'm f***ing with white folk because I f*** with everybody. How y'all gonna tell me what I can't say? It was fun and dandy when I talked about the George Floyd and his daughter. It was fun and dandy when they had the Uvalde school shooting. I made mockery of the Uvalde Mexican babies getting killed. It was funny when I made the Houston news talking about raping Asian babies. It was funny when I was talking about the Jews and Aiden Ross' sister. Now it's on y'all. And y'all used to love me, set my tickets, but now it's on y'all. I told y'all I don't like nobody. I like white pussy. I don't like white people. I like Chick-fil-A. I like the Constitution. White folks just happen to be in the way of that. But I don't like nothing and nobody to say I won't talk about them if something happens. It's what I get paid for. It's called satire comedy.
When Charlie Kirk died, I looked up your name on Twitter, and a lot of people said that you were the Charlie Kirk for black people.
There's no such thing as a Charlie Kirk for black people. No. Let me tell you why. Because I'm a black man that stopped looking at white people's problems and started looking at my people's problems. Charlie Kirk didn't look at his people's problem. He stayed looking at black people's problem as if we're the problem. We're not the problem. We don't have an impact on foreign and free trade that allow all these immigrants into the white man's country. We didn't bring them over here. We didn't bring the drugs. We didn't bring the dope. So the CIA and FBI have never targeted no group of people like they have targeted black people. And even J. Edgar Hoover said there would never be a black messiah unless we make them. So they're gonna kill all our black messiahs. So my problem with people saying Kirk is like me, he ain't stood up to the white supremacists. He ain't stood up to the skinheads. I've been standing up to the negative elements and the detriment of black people. He ain't looked to white people and said, hey, we got a bunch of white kids shooting up schools. Say we got a bunch of white kids and they babies. We lead the nation in child pedophilia and molestation of children. Hey, man, we need that Epstein list out. They say the president's name is on that list. He ain't doing that to his people. He was a talking point. Who spread a lot of misinformation, almost the borderline of lying. The statistics that he was using was false. Black people don't commit 50% of the murders in this country. We commit 50% of black murders, which is a small fraction compared to the Mexicans, the whites, the immigrants. So and then, homie, he challenging children. I'm challenging adults. So we are not the same. He wasn't putting his life on the line because he was talking just about black people. He never talked about nobody else as if black people are America's problem. So that's my problem with that shit. Hell, he ain't no me. I stand up to the gangbangers, the killers. I pick on the bullies of the race. He pick on the weakest of the race, the small, undeveloped brains of our children on the college level, on the entry college level.
Y'all had a lot of the same points, though.
No, he didn't. He was lying. He said Dr. King was a horrible man. I didn't say he was a horrible man. I say he was a whoremongering preacher. That don't make him a horrible man. Donald Trump is a whoremonger. He ain't never called him a horrible man. Donald Trump got rape allegations. Bill Clinton, rape allegations. The prince over there in rape allegation, the Jew, rape allegation. So you never heard him call anybody a horrible man, but he won't say Dr. King is a horrible man. He's a lying motherfucker. Dr. King talk peace. So yeah, man. So no. So we've never said.
I think with slavery, y'all both. He mentioned something about slavery.
You say it all the time. He said we were better off with slavery.
Yeah, you say that too.
He said we were better off than we are today. He a lying motherfucker. We got rights today. We were better off together. But my rhetoric and his rhetoric do not align. We were not better off as slaves when a white man can rape a black woman and be excused.
But in past interviews, you did say slavery needs to come back when it's out of control. You have said that a few times.
No. He's not advocating for slavery to come back. He's advocating that we were better off as black people as slaves.
Okay.
I'm saying we need these conditions to strengthen us as black people again. We wasn't better off, we were just stronger. We wasn't better off when we can be hung up on a tree and captured when they said we was free, and the other slave masters said, no, that's still my, we wasn't better off. We didn't have more.
Did you know Charlie Kirk before he died?
No.
I seen him debate a few times, but I didn't know.
I want to say, me and him was on a segment together on Alex Stein's show, on Prime Stein with Alex Stein. So I want to say we had a brief segment, but him and Alex Stein is real good friends. So, but I never heard of him, never knew anything about him, never seen a video before he died or nothing. So I'm saying, why would we be affected by a white boy getting killed by a white boy? Why would that bother black people? It don't matter. We don't cheer it on or nothing because his rhetoric don't reach my ears. He's never came across my algorithm. You know why? He arguing with college students that don't know a motherfucking thing. He couldn't have debated me. He couldn't have debated me. One of the biggest lies I heard him say is that Trayvon Martin hunted George Zimmerman in the middle of the night. Then another thing I heard him say that black women can't think. Black women, he can't think. But then he says, if he saw a black pilot, he wondered if he's qualified.
Yeah, I see.
When I see a black pilot, I say, white folk let you get this job? For him to even be at the door to get the job, he got to be qualified. It's certain tests you got to pass. So yeah, they pick you on your color, but your color don't get you in the door. Your test scores do. So nigga, they trying to make it seem like black people ain't worked to accomplish what we done accomplished. And they forget, they ain't built shit. So when I heard Charlie Kirk talking, all I heard him talk about is negative rhetoric, negative points, negative statistics about black people. What about the statistic that today's black fathers are more involved in their children's life than any other ethnicity? So why he's saying, well, single mothers now, you must forgot Southern strategy. Let's tell the whole story. We've been duped and tricked. We have never had a fair shot. You talking about redlining, Jim Crow laws. So homie, he acting like the playing field been even amongst black people and white people. But I'm telling Kirk and all this people, Black people are not y'all problem. We're not building missiles like North Korea and shooting them to the shores of Canada. We didn't take your planes and run them into the building. We ain't done none of that. All the crime that white people is complaining about is black on black. Mm-hmm. There's not a high black on white crime rate. Yeah. I wish it was, because when I was a kid, every crime I committed, where the camera is? As a kid, every crime I committed was against white people, because I had black older people telling me, you go across the railroad tracks. The 10 Commandments is for your people. It ain't for nobody else. Thou should not kill his own kind. Thou should not steal from his own kind. But you can go over there and steal. You can steal from white people if you black. You can rob white people if you black. They've been robbing us because we black. So they want to try to make it color don't matter to us. Color matter to them about everything. That's why they put race in place. Mm-hmm. When race don't matter to nobody but Americans. They play race with us. It's white nationality that they embrace. They white nationalist ideologies. That's why you hear that governor of Utah say, we was hoping it was somebody else, because they really want to hate. When I saw that, when I first saw Charlie Kirk get killed, and I didn't see it, I just heard about it. I don't watch white people. I don't watch nothing white people talk about, especially politics. That's the biggest con game sham. I'm playing con, homie. I'm not a Republican. I'm a smart. I'm not a Democrat. I don't give a fuck about being Republican or Democrat. I'm playing on both parties because both parties is dumb. All you got to know is some basic information about history and the Constitution, and you can play both sides. Because both sides are one and the same, a group of hateful old white people that are living in white fear because they know they done everybody wrong. And their greatest nightmare is one day somebody sits over them. They're losing their country and they blaming they. We ain't sent 9 grams of fentanyl across the borders that's destroying they white kids that's overdosing on fentanyl and opioids. That's true. We ain't sent now motherfucking me coronavirus disease over here to cause a wipeout of sickness. Homie, but they blaming they as if the crime bother them. Our crime do not affect white people. You know why? Because they got the prison on the stock exchange. So it ain't costing nobody no money to lock it up. They making money off locking it up. There go your free labor. So they complain about crime. They need this crime to keep black slaves. That's why even if we never commit a crime, before you're born in America as a black person, you're already a criminal. You know why? Because we can line up 50 black women. How many black women are having boys? They raise their hand. Okay, all black women line up over here. We go 1, 2, 3. One of y'all boys are going to prison before they're even born. Well, who's saying that? America. Because America has a booming prison industry. And they need this prison industry. Not only that, it strips these black people of the rights we once gave them because we still need slaves for free labor. So this crime don't affect us. And it don't affect white people while you're using it as talking points. How many black women having babies? 1, 2, 3. One of y'all going to prison. You know why? Because the American statistic says 1 in every 3 black males will go to prison or be on some form of community supervision in their lifetime. It don't say maybe, it don't say well, but it says 1 in 3 will go. So who makes this shit up? We can go look at black babies. 1, 2, 3. Boy, one of these nigga babies going to prison, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. Nigga, they put this in place for this race. Prison was not put in place for nobody else, but specifically this race. Yeah, we'll put others in there, but the majority is for these people. These people pose the greatest threats to us because they might want retribution one day because we ain't never been fair to them. We ain't never been fair to them. So we got to make sure they stay where they are because our greatest fear is they get over us one day. Do you see how they do each other when they're fighting each other? Do you see some of these snippets when the 20 black guys jump on one white boy? Homie, that's their greatest fear, that it's going to be like that everywhere for them. So they make sure they put things in place years in advance, because what they said was, we must do this now for future generations may not understand. The future white people is going to be way more compassionate than these people. So they're putting things in place now that their children can't even undo because they like their slaves. They know their kids grow up and like Jim. And Jim, when I grow up and I'm slave master, I'm going to let you free, Jim. Even the kids had empathy. That's why they love us today. That's why they needed a Charlie Kirk. Homie, Charlie Kirk was a puppet for white supremacy and white racist hate in the name of, I invite you to the table, but I get to edit the talking points. I invite you to the table, but I'm targeting the younger minds. It's no difference than the LGBT that puts things in Disney channels, because whenever they want to build prisons, what they do is they target third grade literacy tests. Who can read in the third grade? Okay, we're going to build 2,000 more prisons based on these reading statistics, because these motherfuckers going to prison. Homie, so they're targeting our children. So what did Kirk do? Because you had Glenn Beck, you had Rush Limbaugh, you had Bill O'Reilly. They could not connect with the young people the way Obama did with white young people. Mitt Romney couldn't do it. Donald Trump really couldn't do it. So they needed a figure, a young figurehead. They tried to get Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross' group is too young. That's why he got to interview the president. They needed somebody who didn't embrace the way Aiden them did. They needed somebody that could whitewash, that could be a great white hope, that seemed like a perfect symbol. They found Charlie. Charlie liked it, he just don't love the culture. He's not indoctrinated into the culture. He has a lot of black friends. He has a lot of compassion. He's not a racist. He's a good speaker like Dr. King. He's their Dr. King. Dr. King, what they wanted him, they made him that. He was just a charismatic leader that can speak, just like Charlie. Dr. King and Charlie are political puppets and tools. They both was assassinated because they changed their talking points. Dr. King was never about integration. That's what white folks wanted, to cripple blacks' economy. Integration strips black people of everything. The fight was always about equal rights and equal protection, something we still don't have, equal rights and equal protection. They can make mockery of George Floyd. We can't make mockery of nobody. We lose our jobs. They can do the Eric Garner challenge. I can't breathe. They go viral as a police department and never lose a job. They say, hey, let's do the Trayvon Martin Skittle challenge. They lay down with the Skittles. So they can do all of this, homie, challenges. And there's no repercussions and backlash. But it is for us, for anybody that speaks against their Savior. So they've made him a God. They've made him almost like Jesus. They say he got a steel neck, that the bullet, his neck wasn't steel enough to stop the bullet. He wasn't that good where God didn't allow him to die. He was just a mortal man with flaws and sins, just like every other man. He wasn't no different, just like Dr. King.
When he died, people celebrated.
Good. They celebrated when George Floyd died. Yeah. White people celebrated George Floyd. I didn't celebrate because he don't mean nothing to me. My focus is on, why you hear people say, man, he don't never talk about white people. Why? White people ain't bothering us. I had to tell it today on a live, homie, there's been 2 black boys found hanging. Why me and you on here talking with nappy hair about this white man and he was killed by a white man? Why? So Charlie Kirk was given a few $1 million from an old white man to go out into America and win the hearts of young Americans for this Trump election. That's why you're hearing him saying his voice will echo for future generations. They needed a great white hope. Too many of their great white hopes was dancing the tune in the sounds of their niggas. They last great white hopes, other than the old ones like Rush Limbaugh, Bill O'Reilly, so they couldn't use them, homie. That's why you don't see them on Fox News. They went and got Charlie Kirk. They went and got Aiden Ross. They got Alex Stein, and they use these non-racist, non-hateful-hearted Caucasian guys in the name of standing in Christianity. But they even hung us in the name of Christianity.
You said if he would have went to a HBCU, it wouldn't have happened.
He'll still be alive.
Explain
they just would have
that.
recorded him. You see, I went to a HBCU. They just wanted to record me and ask me a bunch of questions.
You still stormed off, but
because, homie, my time is valuable. I just left a high school that has a resource center with canned goods, clothes. So I'm talking about let's partner over here. Man, let me bring Aiden Ross and him here to school. Man, let's build this resource club, man. So who do I give money to? So this is what I'm on. I'm coming over here knowing the HBCU struggling. Man, who can we help? Who can we help? They want to debate snitching. I stayed an extra day with a pocket full of money to bless. Man, I could have been gone. And I was on their mushroom with that jitter dick still want to. So I've been fucking all night. We've been out all night party, nigga been all night. The mushroom still on the ass. I want to go back and fuck, and I ain't got no drawers on. So they had to give me a belt at the high school. So they had to give me a belt at the high school. So I'm thinking, okay, we finna go back to the room. Man, let's just run over here right quick. I'm like, let me go throw my jewelry on. You know a nigga want to get fresh. So, so it was ambushed. So when I'm sitting there, homie, I'm saying, man, motherfucker, pay me for this. Homie, they don't even respect the time. I ain't into snitching. So why am I on so many? Nigga, I was disgusted. So I understand how Charlie Kirk and them can go and say all the things about us when they doing this shit on the college campus, homie. Homie, he would have slaughtered them with their minds, homie. So I got over here with these are doctors such and such. What we doing? So homie, I was disgusted, and I went to calling the kids. Man, y'all get y'all mother. I thought, man, y'all ain't no motherfucking kids no way. That's why y'all mama, man, poor ass mother. So now I'm mad. And so now I'm saying to high school, homie, why? I done been through this shit, homie. Charlie Kirk had a motherfucker give him $4-5 million. I didn't have nobody give me nothing. I did it for 10 years. I would say, mama. My mama would give me some money. The old, I done had a few politicians, white politicians, but it wasn't until I started threatening these street to call the police on them that I really started getting community help. I'm gonna start, so street saying, man, that nigga really do be doing it. And I ain't taking the money. So for me to have to be making money now, me and my kids living a life we ain't never dreamed of, why would I go back to helping black people, homie, when to help black people don't help you and your family?
What type of white threats have you been getting over the last week? Have you been getting, I know shows have been canceled.
Yeah.
But so what is the white, how are white people treating you right now?
In person, lovely. Online, I don't know. Because I'm so trending right now, it's so many messages. I just see what's in the comment section. You're gonna get Charlie Kirk. So, how many different people don't realize, I ain't afraid to die. Because I ask people, who tricked us into believing that death is a bad thing and everything has to die? Every flower, every roach, everything has to die. So if the good people have to die, the bad. So who say death is a bad thing and why should you be afraid of it? And we all have to walk that journey. So I don't let nobody trick me to make me think death is being a bad thing. I don't want to die and have to live. I want to live. So I wake up every day to live. I don't worry about dying from death. I can't stop it. And when I'm dead, I don't know I'm dead. So who gives a Oh, we go laugh when you die. So I ain't gonna know. And then my kids just go cry till the insurance policy kick in. They realize daddy done left them. Man, they go, them motherfuckers ain't gonna last long. Now them hoes might be mad, but nigga, I'm gonna have them in position where they ain't gonna cry. So now, everybody go be in position. So now, I didn't celebrate it one way or another because I wasn't in tune with him. So when I heard it, Aiden Ross had called me and said, hey, Charleston, what you think about it? I said, man, that's fucked up. They'll kill the dude. Because he said, yeah, the same people that's laughing and celebrating him will laugh and celebrate me and your death. So, nigga, shit don't bother me. Nigga, I celebrate people's death. Who told you celebrating somebody's death is wrong when y'all celebrate the dead for Halloween? Even your Christian Bible tells you let the dead bury the dead. Don't celebrate the dead. Don't honor the dead. Love thy neighbor. Honor thy mother and mother. So how can y'all do all this shit for the dead and worship the dead? Make idols. We're going to do that. These are Christian people doing this. And the Bible totally speaks of that, speaks against that. So these aren't real Christians. That's why they want to embrace hate in their heart. So initially, just like with Gilly the Kid, I showed empathy for Charlie Kirk. But boy, just as soon as I saw the next day that white people and media outlets were saying, we can't say nothing bad about Charlie Kirk, they said, you can't nobody. So
people are losing jobs. So.
I done lost. So they added 8 more shows. So I will book every week from here to December 31st. I done lost at least 10 shows. I don't give a damn. Who gonna tell me what I can't? So listen. I remember one time as a kid, they used to have them light covers up there. And in them old cars, the light cover come off, you can see the light. And my mama seen me looking at it one time, and she was going into the grocery store. She said, boy, you better not touch that light. Soon as she got out the car, because she said it, I touched it. Finger burnt like a mother. She spanked me. She said, I told you, I seen you thinking about it. Fast forward till I got a little older. Her and her friend was going out one time. And her friend said, hey, I'm leaving my car keys in here. Y'all better not drive my car away. But she was joking. I wouldn't even think about stealing her car till she said it. You can't tell me what I can't do. If you say, man, you can't do that, I'm going to prove to you I can. So the fact that white people, white club owners, white club managers, when I go on stage and say black people need to be taken back to slavery, I can't wait till white folk put us in slavery. I made fun of George Floyd, Gilly the Kid, son, boo. Nigga, white folk love it like a mother. So I'm saying, well, maybe let's see if they can take it. They can't take it. They've always ditch hate out and cry if it come back. They always play victim when it come back. So nigga, just the fact that they said I can't do it, my agency mad at me. Even my mama said, son, I said, mama, let me read what I told my mama. I said, mama, the fact that they saying I can't say it, that's what's making me do it. So I thought of all the horrible things you can say about Charlie Kirk, and I went on a rant for days because who gonna take this freedom of speech away? And that's what Charlie Kirk spoke for. So the more I researched Charlie Kirk, the more I saw he was a white Charleston White. I'm not a black Charlie Kirk. He's a white Charleston White because he talking crazy to about nigga shit. But he's also promoting free speech. He's also saying there's no such thing as hate speech. So the shit that I'm saying, Charlie would clap for. Even though it's wrong, he has a right to it. So I'm saying white folks are pure hypocrites. Look at them. This is what Charlie stood for. The very exact thing that I'm doing, telling the masses of people, fuck you, we need shootings. This was good for Charlie because we get to keep our rights. Even Charlie said that. Charlie said we need these shootings to keep our rights. So what the fuck are they crying for? And I'm saying what I say all the time. Homie, we need police shootings, my nigga. Police shooting bring niggas together. We need, don't I say that? Yeah. So me and Charlie are one and the same. So why would white people come up against me? Because I'm black. I was their boy. I was their boy long as I was singing their tune in their favor.
I'm not gonna lie, like over the past week, I gained more respect for you because I said, Charleston has no picks. He don't give a f. Like,
no, I'm not playing a character if I am. Listen to me. Didn't I tell y'all I was playing a character? If I have picks, does that mean I've been lying? I'm not playing a character.
They fell in love with the Mackin, man.
If I'm telling you I'm playing a character online, and y'all believed it at first until I said something about Charlie. Now it's personal. So everybody I made it personal to said he's not playing a character. But long as I don't make it personal, oh man, he's playing it. Oh man, he's wild and funny. So if I decided to go along with everybody and not speak on Charlie in the way that I did, then I've been lying. I'm not playing a character. I'm really playing a character. Half the shit I said about Charlie, I don't even mean. I'm just now starting to learn more and more about Charlie. As a matter of fact, one of Charlie's good friends, Alex Stein, texted me, said, man, I'm at the funeral, and told me, man, Alex said, man, and Alex Stein is a good friend of mine. His dad, how many of these white Jewish people that got a love for niggas? His daddy was been a bail bomber for 50 years. No Pops, no Billy Ray Maddox, no the Douglases, the men, no everybody, Bobby Reed, no everybody. They all done gambled with the sheriff, and so that was my bail bondsman. Alex Stein, Daddy, that's my bail bondsman every time I go to jail. I ain't got to come with no money or nothing, nigga. The judge, so they started giving me no bonds because Alex Stein Daddy was getting me out with no money. At first, I was using money to get out. They hit me with a $90,000. Alex Stein Daddy started getting me out with no money. So they ain't like that. So that's why I started getting hit with the no bond. So these are my friends. Aiden Ross is my friend. So when I said that, homie, I hurt my friends. Just like I done said some shit about black people that hurt some friends. When I said some shit about Gilly's son, then my mama. When I said something about Lil Ronnie's son, my mom and family. So it's no difference. But I'm saying, man, who care about what I say? Look at what humans do to one another. So I'm saying, look at all these white people want to hate. They want to hate. But they were so disappointed when they find out they can't hate their own, because they will not hate their own. They will not hate their own. So I had to have some empathy, because niggas, some people I know is attached to them, and my words is affecting them. So Alex sent a message to Sane and Dewberry. Said, man, tell Charleston, man, you know, Charlie was a good guy, and he really loved black people. He said, man, so I trust what Alex say. Alex personally know him. So, but I don't mean I'm gonna stop. It's a character, and it's a method to the madness. I'm standing on free speech no matter what I'm saying. There's no hate in my heart. I don't mean it. Somebody is white, man, I don't mean that. And then this what got me. I'm saying white people done turned hateful. This is an instance where black people, no white people ever show compassion. In a police shooting, black people are unforgiving, just like these white people. We won't forgive nobody. We saying off with the head. We want to punish white people. And it's all white people we want to punish, because one white officer killed one black dude. So we do the same thing. That's what I mean. We are just like our slave masters. We have become them. We hate like them. We eat like them. We like red meat like them. We like to be in cool air in the air conditioner where it's cold and cool at. We don't like to be in the sun. We like them, homie. We run from the sun like them. We done start putting sunscreen on like them. We get the same diseases they get, and we've never gotten the same diseases as white people. The Indians were the only ones, because we never ate like them. We have their same diets. We eat at their same restaurant. No, we go to their same doctors. So of course they're gonna diagnose us. Yeah, they don't know how to diagnose. That's why they study our bodies. They don't study their bodies. The oldest bones is an African woman named Lucy. Those study the DNA from a black woman, not a white woman. Nigga, they take our organs to put in their old white bodies. They don't put white young organs out. So we've become them by nature. So we hate like them. So I'm saying white people done turn back to being hateful. Until Charlie Kirk's wife spoke yesterday at the funeral. Yeah, to hear the words, I forgive you, homie, some powerful words, because most people don't say them.
She forgives the shooter.
Yeah. My victim family forgave me, and I got to hear them say it, look me in my eyes and tell me that. So, yeah, that tugged on my heart. I said, yeah, nah. So, but I had already proven my point. So if you notice, I really don't even mention it no more. I wanted to use the verb when it was sensitive. That's when I attack. And I think I've proven my point. America is a hypocritical nation. Whites, blacks, this is not a Christian country. When you have the leader of the free world, of the presidents, just says that I'm not like Charlie, but they're honoring Charlie. President Trump, me up, homie. Your leader's supposed to always have compassion. They let me know Trump is a weak man. Thug, a weak man. Woody, a strong man. Only the strong can show compassion for the weak. Trump can't show no compassion. White people don't show no compassion because they're weak. But Charlie and his wife were strong in spirit. She said, I forgive the shooter. So she didn't allow the seed and the roots of white racism and white hate to run parallel with her husband's voice, because they say his voice will be heard in future generations. Well, along with his voice is a voice of hate, our president, and I voted for him. He said, I hate my opponent. How can you hate another American when they've done nothing to you? just a difference of ideologies and political opinion. So for him to stand over a man who professed Christianity, professed his faith in Christ, welcome all ethnicities and people to the table to have a discussion. And what I found so remarkable about him, he never got upset or offended by anything. So his mannerisms is something that I admire, because I see that in Aiden Ross. I see that in a lot of other people. Homie, in order to be in a position where he is, you can't get angry. So you never saw a clip where he got angry. Because I'm passionate about some of the things I speak on. If you catch me out of character, I'm gonna get angry. I was angry at that school. Man, HBCU, maybe, I felt attacked, I felt ambushed, I was angry. But on camera, homie, I ain't bringing my emotions. So that's what I admired about him. But to have a president, homie, the world is watching, and they're saying this guy is a believer in Christ, and they're talking Christianity, only for the president, who maybe is an atheist, to reject everything that man stood for. And said, no, I'm not like Charlie. And then said this in front of his wife after she says, I forgive him. That was a spit in the face of his legacy. You don't profess hate over love and forgiveness. So he almost drowned out her forgiveness, because there was somewhat of a cheer in the center of the arena. You didn't hear no other cheer around, but there was a section of cheer in a small section of that arena that you hear some people applaud to hate. And there's nothing that, and this is what I used to tell myself when I used to say, man, I hate you, Dad. I used to go in the shower and say, man, God, please don't let my heart be hard toward my own people. Because I know there's nothing that nothing good can do with a heart full of hate. Saying good, man, love and hate and good can't coexist in a heart with hate in it. So for our president to confess that, what comes out of a man's mouth is in his heart. And he pressed it, he was proudly saying it. So pride comes before destruction. So what I believe what we're seeing now is the destruction of white America, not America.
I don't think Charlie deserved to die, though.
I don't think nobody deserved to die.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody deserved to die, but some people who done kill people. Yeah, I believe in the death penalty. But Charlie ain't hurt nobody. Charlie ain't hurt nobody where he deserved a bullet. People who hurt people, that shoot people, they deserve bullets. People who fight people, they deserve knuckles. You reap what you sow. You live by the sword, but Charlie didn't live by bullets. But you also have to think, I don't believe, well, I don't want to get into the conspiracy shit. But when you look at what done happened since his death, with different things that have been signed into law and things like that, you almost think that he was sacrificed. Yeah, he was sacrificed. Yeah, he was sacrificed.
You feel like that kid,
for the greater good of America.
You feel like that kid was in it on his own, or it was a team?
That was a team. Just like we saw him climbing down, somebody else saw him too. Who looking at the camera that saw him walk up there and climb down after the shot? How did that 71-year-old man know that was gonna happen, to jump up to say, hey, God damn it, I'm the one that did it? Only for them to find child porn in his phone. He know he got child porn in his phone, and he finna jump up at a shooting like this. Homie, if we can see it, it's not real. If they let us see it on television, it's a smoke screen. From the 9/11 planes flying in, homie, they didn't let us see when it hit the Pentagon. They let us see it running to the, they let us see George Floyd. They don't let you see the other ones. So no other police shooting, they give you details on like they gave you George Floyd. So homie, see, that's what made Charlie Kirk dangerous, because he wasn't talking his belief system. He had talking points for movement.
You and him had the same take on George Floyd as well.
Yeah.
He didn't really
no.
He didn't really have a lot of good things to say about George Floyd, like yourself.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him, other than he had misinformed talking points. He had screwed statistics that was shaped for rhetoric. But what make him dangerous, homie, is what they're doing to black people is no different than what Hitler did to the Jews in Germany. The media, laws, rhetoric, and propaganda. So between Hollywood entertainment, painting us as thugs, criminals, killers, rapists, abusive men. So that's one entity projecting us in a demeaning light. Then you got the news media. Every night you showing crime. Nigga, they got different terms for us. You haven't heard this little white kid be called a monster, be called a savage, the things that they say about us. Nigga, they soft with him. They're making excuses for him. He was a good kid till he got with the transsexual, started fucking the Democratic boy. So they blaming liberalism. Not a kid with an undeveloped brain who did not make a lifelong decision, because the human brain does not develop. And all the science, research and medical data proves that the human brain does not develop to at or around the age of 25 based on a prefrontal cortex of the brain for you to make a logical, rational decision and say, this is what I want to do. So that's not what he really wanted to do as a kid. So when you ask a kid, man, why you do that? And they say, I don't know. They really don't. It's impulse. It's impulse. So that's why that kid will not be sentenced to death, because our Supreme Court have already ruled you can't kill this baby. He don't have a developed brain.
How old was he?
He's 20, 21, 22.
Nah, he's gonna get the death penalty.
No,
you don't think so?
It's an undeveloped brain. It's not a lifelong choice and decision. The Supreme Court have already ruled you can't give these motherfuckers life without parole at this age. You can't give them life without parole. All the mitigating factors come into play with the death penalty. So let me say this, Dylan Roof killed 10 people. Why he didn't get the death penalty? He killed 10 people. Why he didn't get the death penalty? Homie, this is rhetoric and propaganda.
What was your thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel being canceled?
Nigga, I had been canceled, so fuck Jimmy. Give a fuck about Jimmy being canceled? Was it wrong? Yeah, it was wrong. But nigga, don't cry about it. It's worth losing. Nigga, when you got rights and you standing for your rights, whatever they take, nigga, is worth losing. Nigga, nigga, your rights is worth dying for. If not, you ain't got them. So, nigga, I'm with don't tread on me. Yeah, I'm with don't tread on me, so I'm gonna say anything I wanna say online, because I got a freedom of speech and I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not hurting nobody, homie, with my words. Maybe your feelings, but who have you hurt with your words that you live with in the household that you hadn't apologized for to be so affected by my words? So now, nigga, white people in America is full of shit, and this is Babylon.
Would you talk publicly in front of 4,000 people if you were paid to do that?
Yeah, I have before.
Would you do it now? I mean, at the peak of the Charleston White.
Yeah. I don't believe nobody will harm me.
Really?
Yeah, really. Don't you see how I live? I walk around this motherfucker carefree.
Yeah?
Yeah, nigga, I don't believe, because I'm not targeting a marginalized group. I'm targeting us. That's why I don't say nothing to white people. That's why I don't say nothing to Mexicans. I don't say nothing. I used to fuck with them people, but I realized, nigga, they not our problem. They not our initial problem. We are our initial problem, just like we're not their initial problem. We're not their initial problem. Israel is. Russia is. North Korea is. Venezuela is. Mexico is. But blacks, Americans, we're not nobody problem but black people problem. And we ain't gonna accept that as we the problem. We're not the problem. Yeah, opioids is. That's affecting white people. So yeah, nah, nigga. So
Same thing
yeah,
with
yeah.
Lean. You know, when Justin Bieber, he's the reason why activists is no longer.
When
They didn't give a
TMZ
fuck until it.
When TMZ posted all of that, homie, there was no empathy for drug users until the opioid crisis. See, white boy had empathy under the law. He get caught with cocaine, he cool. The nigga get caught with crack, there's no empathy. The law put it in place that we're gonna do them like that and us like this. So that was put in law. So they looked and said, okay, this is what black people is getting caught with. Nigga, once they realized, nigga, Justin Bieber was they Aiden Ross, was they first Charlie Kirk. And the nigga snatched him and pulled him over here. So he wasn't, and they got him when he was a cute little lily white boy in his almost adolescence. So he was with the nigga culture from his adolescence to almost his mid-20s. We fucked the boy up. Partying with Diddy, with Usher them. So nigga, now he hanging with these rapping niggas. He taking trips through LA, car breaking down in Compton. They making him do push-ups and sing in Compton. Men and white people had to do something. Well, they said, man, he done got hooked on this new phenomenon that these black people have introduced. Not only did it get him, it got Aiden too. When I first met Aiden, man, who get you on that shit? Them niggas didn't it? Man, this is why Dr. King didn't want niggas in their schools. Because they're gonna pick up the negative elements of our culture. And we go mistreat them in the process. Because we don't like nobody just like them. So, homie, when they went in this house, and everybody saw this on TMZ, nigga, he had soap. And back then, that's when the paint bottles was 150. You can get a paint for 150. Nigga, he had paint bottles everywhere. And TMZ blasted that. It was a drought on activists that summer.
Yep.
That summer. It's been money put into the opioid crisis. Because white people have always been able to maintain a opioid addiction. Their mothers, their fathers, nigga, Adderall, nigga, they dope fiend humans. They can maintain, get up and go to work. But when you start doing drugs with this culture don't get high and go to work. They get high and party and say, fuck work, I quit. White folk get high and still get up and go to work, get back responsible on Monday. This culture has no responsibility as dope fiends. White boy get high and go work on cars all goddamn day long. Nigga get high and go fuck. Or fight. So, nigga, that was the first sign of white people needing to separate their children from the hip-hop culture with Justin Bieber. Now look at it. Boy, fucked up. We don't know what's wrong with it. He won't say what's wrong with it. We don't know if they done fucked him. He won't say nothing. He just taking it in silence. I feel bad. And yeah, I feel bad for the boy. But whatever it is, he won't run back to these niggas. He don't have nothing to do with niggas. So, you can't blame white folk. But nigga, we not the problem. We not the problem. Nigga, we still trying to survive as a race of people.
Do you believe the popular phrase, black people can't be racist? Is that true?
Yeah, black people can't be racist. We've never had power. If we were racist, we would do what I tried to do as a kid, commit all my crimes against white people. I thought I was racist. Homie, my whole objective every day as growing up as a kid until we caught our murder case, because I'm listening to the older blacks like the white people listen to the older white. Nigga, if you see a white boy, it's like a lion and gazelle. Get him! If you friends with a white boy, fuck over him. Steal from him, take advantage of him, fuck his sister, bully him. No, nigga, he got to show you he ain't a hoe. So, nigga, the whole objective was, when they look at us, you play on the nigga. Everybody play on us. We don't play on them. Nobody's taught us how to play on white people. They've been taught how to play on us. Nigga, we've never studied white people. They've studied us. They know us. They know what triggers us. They know what excites us. That's why we're their consumers. They're large. We don't study them. I've been studying Charlie Kirk. I've been studying niggas. Anything that I talk about, I study. Because I want to be efficient in what I'm saying, whether it's good or bad. So I study you, nigga. You catch my attention, I'm going to research you. Stay up all night looking up shit on your motherfucking ass. So black people can't be racist, my nigga. We're super prejudiced. Ethnocentric. But we're not racist. Racism has to do with a power structure. We don't make laws. We can't disenfranchise anybody. So no, we can't be racist. We can either be criminal or prejudiced, one of the two. And none of us are waking up being racist criminals because they got a hate crime for it. So there you go.
I know you're gonna hate this next question, but we did an interview about 2 weeks ago, and one of the top comments were, "Where's Charleston's wife?" And it was a whole conversation about your business.
Yeah, I be seeing it in the comment section.
Yeah, that's like the number one thing. Your girlfriend was in the back, and it was a whole conversation about where's Charleston's wife? Where's the big pretty house? Where's the big morning breakfast? Your cult following, they want to know.
I've been on tour for a year, so how I'm gonna get the morning breakfast? Yeah, I've been on tour for a whole year. My question is, why they worried about who I'm fucking? Yeah. Why they worried about who I'm fucking?
I mean,
and what's so intriguing about it? Nigga just know Uncle is a Mac and a player. Yeah, and I get to do what your dad and them couldn't do, nigga. Nigga, when you reach this kind of level of status and fame, nigga, you do what the fuck you want to do. Yeah, you do what you want to do. As long as you ain't intentionally trying to hurt nobody, fuck what you do, how it make people feel. You ain't trying to hurt nobody. You just doing you. So, I got all my women. Yeah, even the ones I ain't got, they still mine. Yeah, no, even the ones I ain't got still mine. You can't engage and interact with me and think you just get to know. Nigga, it's a certain element that I leave behind that you can't forget. So where she at? In the comment section with y'all. Yeah. See, nigga, ain't nobody mad but the people watching. Yeah, ain't nobody mad.
So you see in the same comments I see?
I be laughing like a motherfucker.
You even addressed it though.
You
addressed it online.
Yeah, I said, nigga, why y'all worried about that? And I done addressed it with her right there. So I'm saying, nigga, if y'all seeing what I'm seeing, you think everybody ain't seeing what y'all seeing? I ain't hiding nothing, nigga. A man don't hide what he do. That's what the little boy do because he's scared to get caught. Nigga, I'm a man's man. You can't do this if you compromise. The only man can't do what they think I'm doing is a man that's compromised, homie. He need his woman. I don't need my woman for nothing, nigga. God didn't give me the woman to need her. God made me to need him and made her to need me. So man wasn't created to need woman, nigga. Man was created so he need God, and woman was created because she need man, and man need a helper. So all successful men got more than one woman. They just got different names. Rather than Susie, Becky, this is a secretary, this is my bookkeeper. Then they get different names, but they all your women. This is my usher. She leads my usher board. That's be them nigga women, homie. They got an attraction and likeness for each other. That's why they got the job. So now, nigga, you got more than one woman. You just don't know that because you don't know who you are. And just because you got more than one woman don't mean you sleeping with all of them. Yeah. Now, nigga, I know a nigga got a wife, a girlfriend, a hoe on the side, a bitch he fight and fuck with, and a prostitute he see regularly. I heard my granddaddy say he had all them. So, nigga, I set out to be like granddaddy. Have me a chain with a pinky ring and a Cadillac and a house. Nigga, I set out to be like the men I saw before me, nigga. That had plenty of women. Do I have plenty of women? Yeah, I'm a king. But I ain't sleeping with all of them.
Yeah. I guess you and your girl was out and
nigga, DJ Academics done talked about it, nigga. They been posting like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But nigga, they been seeing me with bad bras for the last 4-5 years and I've been on the internet. At first, it was my other little mama. Then it was Nene. Nigga, I keep telling them I'm the new Dr. King. Yeah, they think cause I got the glass eye and nigga got the little bitty arms and my legs my thighs ain't big like Sean's and them little bitty ass short. Yeah, they think I'm supposed to be, nigga, I ain't got, nigga, Uncle is a mother, and I got conversation. Listen, homie, conversation rules over everything. Yeah. Now you got to be able to hold up and back up some conversation. But now, nigga, I know how to make women feel comfortable. So when I meet a woman, homie, I don't try to fuck off the bat. That's where I beat most niggas at. I know how to talk and act like I don't want the pussy. And be wanting the pussy bad in the motherfucker. But I know how to style them out and play like I don't want it. So the old niggas say, when you get with a broad for the first time and she think you want some pussy, old niggas say, nigga, you let them see it. So that means he say you let them see you get in the shower, wash that body, let her look at it, let her touch it, let her feel it, but don't give it to her. Don't give it to her, nigga. Let her touch it, let her feel it, let her see it. Go jack that motherfucker out, but don't give it to her. Nigga, that's how you break a wall on a woman down. You do that 2-3 times, she swear to God you ain't nothing like these other niggas, and you everything like them niggas. Yeah. Nah, but then you gotta start presenting yourself like you not like them niggas. So I try not to show any signs of jealousy or nothing with a woman, homie. And I can be jealous, but I ain't gonna let it show because I know that she'll see that as a sign of weakness. To some women, they might find it flattery, but for the most part, it shows you're intimidated by another nigga. I think I'm a hell of a nigga. I think I'm a hell of a nigga, so I have an open line of communication with any woman I deal with. If I'm cheating, she gonna know it because I'm gonna be open with her. Because lying feels cowardly. Unless I want to be a coward to not hurt you. Nigga, you lie to your woman because you're scared of hurting her. But nigga, sometimes the truth is better than a lie, even if it hurt. You seeing another woman? Yeah, I'm seeing another woman. Why? Man, stop worrying about that bitch. Why you worried about another bitch? I done admitted it, but I ain't giving you no details on it. Man, why you question me about another bitch? Stop worrying about another bitch. Stop worrying about what a man do when you don't see him with you. Man, you ain't doing no push-ups. You ain't doing no how. So I put it back on, man, worry about you as a woman. Take the focus off what I'm doing as a man, because if you do that, you put more focus on bettering you. The pain don't hurt so bad if you focus on you. A man go be a man, ladies. Just don't worry about what a man do. He go be a man. Just know what kind of man you got. If you got the kind of man that you think is sleeping and cheating, get tested regularly. Make him go get tested regularly. Make him uncomfortable where he won't cheat, or cheat with him.
Cheat with him.
Cheat with him. Well, and the reason I say that, nigga, because they cheating. They won't say they cheat, but nigga, they cheat. Man, every woman got a friend that suck up pussy during drunk time, and they go back to being friends sober. Everyone got one. And nigga, and I'm saying, nigga, that's their relief to keep them from cheating. Nigga, they can go have a girls' night out and get their freaky rocks off, and in their mind, they faithful, they didn't cheat. So that's why your woman think you and your buddy's doing it. That's why she think you and your buddy's fucking, because her and her friends fuck. That's why it's projected to you. That's why most women now think every man is gay, because most women have had a gay experience. So they project that on us. So nigga, what I do, I sit back with my homegirl, I sit back with my friend, with my girl and her friend, and I notice when girls get lit and get turned up and get excited, they don't look for men to dance with. They dance amongst each other, they touch each other booties. Soon they go to get lit, they had a thumb, nigga, they had that shit positioned right. But if you ain't paying attention, you just think they just touching each other. They strategically place their hands, cause I start watching every woman who do it, and they intentionally get around that asshole, and nigga, they put their little hand right and act like that. But nigga, them hoes be them hoes sneaky. We can't do that. We're not that clever or conniving. So we'll boldly get caught. So nigga, I start paying attention. So that's what makes the woman seem much more sexually disciplined than a man, because she can sneak and go free. We can't. You see what I'm saying? So nigga, I just,
yeah, that's been the topic,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why, nigga? Every nigga got another woman, even a broke nigga. So the same people worrying about mine got a nigga or a woman fucking around. So nigga, we all fucking somebody different. Well, his wife might be cheating. So, nigga, I don't worry about what a woman do with her pussy. You would go crazy. You can't control it. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. I cannot change what a woman do with her pussy, who she give it to. And I ain't thinking about what she doing. I'm thinking man thoughts. Fuck I want to do. Nigga, I only really think about the woman when it's time to go lay down and go to bed. I don't want to be in the house all day with a woman. And I don't want to come home every night. Yeah, I don't want to come home every night and have to get in the bed with my woman. Or she feels some kind of way I ain't there. Yeah, I want to be like a dog, stay gone all night.
What do you have to say to the guys that's player hating, saying if Charleston didn't have this money, he wouldn't have A, B, C, and D.
They ain't lying. That's why they ain't got it. Yeah, they ain't lying. That's why they ain't got it. Nigga, they telling the God of the truth. If I didn't have the money, don't nobody give a damn about a handsome broke nigga. Nigga, I done seen some niggas handsome in a motherfucker. Nigga, but nigga, they can't get this here with them handsome bodies and nigga, them fine muscles and them deep waves in their hair with them motherfucking pretty dreads with the blonde tips on it. Like, nigga, nigga, you can't get this with no money. I don't care how good you fucking. Nigga, they want a nigga with some money. They want to be able to tell their friends, man, look what he got, man. Nah, they don't want to just brag about how much they coming. Because they friends, nigga. And then their friends go to peeking. When they go to seeing what's, nigga, I'm showing and proving. I ain't showing and telling. Nah, I'm showing and proving. I ain't showing and telling, nigga. Nah. Nah, I be seeing the comments say, and I be saying, goddamn, nigga, why y'all so much caught up into what a snitch?
I think people feel, I don't want to say this wrong, but I think people feel sorry for maybe your wife.
Why? She ain't saying nothing.
Because it's like, damn, we grew with Charleston. We got to watch him used to wake up in the big old pretty house.
I was cheating in. Nigga, I was cheating in. So, nigga, why? So I'm saying, listen, they got problems in their life. Why are poor people that can barely pay their bill worried about how many women I got? And they don't know if I'm divorced. They don't know if I'm single. They don't know nothing. Because I don't talk my personal life. I don't talk my personal life. Nigga, I've been famous for almost 5-6 years now. They ain't seen me with my wife in probably 2 years. They ain't seen me with my wife in probably 2 years. So, nigga, they just speaking on the female they see me with, cause she's a very, and they done see me, nigga, they saw how Brittany Renner was bouncing on this, nigga. Nigga, they mamas and aunties never respond like that. Nah, nigga, and I'm way more cuter in person than I am through these motherfucking fucked up lenses and things with these lighters and shit. Yeah, nah, nigga, all them hoes be saying, nah, they be catfishing on, nigga, I'm look good, and I'm sexy. Nah, nigga, don't let me be in Mac mode. So now, homie, so I'm saying, nigga, this is how they get caught up into the celebrity gossip. The average people saying something done had a nigga cheating on them, don't give a damn about my wife. Don't give a damn about my wife. They wasn't saying that when they were putting the address online. When we was there, they didn't say, they give it, man, they putting his wife's life in jeopardy. They wasn't saying that then.
There's been a lot of headlines about you and your girl, the Danza Project.
Well, he tried to fuck on her. Well, come to find out.
We told academics he was just trying to get the Wayne interview.
He lying. He tried to do Woody. He tried to do a brawl like that with somebody else. The exact same thing. Nigga come around with a brawl. Nigga come around with a brawl, and while they were still in town, he jump in the box. Nigga. The nigga just told me that today. So he said, when I said it, he said, man, I laughed. And this somebody he fuck with. Homie, I know what nigga, cause I done knocked the nigga, nigga. So homie, listen, when he mentioned how bad she was more than 2 or 3 times, and let me know cause nigga, I done brought a bunch of bad ones through. But see, me and him done kicked it out a bunch of times, homie. So this what happened with these niggas. Nigga, I'm so motherfucking fly, nigga, with this shit. Cause nigga, I got money. So nigga, I can get whatever I want because I'm fly with the come, and I can, man, I know how to present it. So man, these niggas done been out with me and see how these hoes respond to me in these clubs, nigga. He got to pay the fuck in the club. I knock him out the club. See, he the nigga go upstairs at Tootsie's and go fuck in the room. Nigga, you go see me next week and I got out in the back fucking with me. I don't fuck in the club. I don't do lap dancing. Nah, nigga, I score outside the club. That's how I know, yeah. So, and I like hoes, so I'm shooting at a certain demographics. And I like the ladies with the hoe traits, just, with the lady characteristics, but got the hoe traits. So I know what he like. He got a young broad, 23, 24, he keep putting babies in. But nigga, he tricking the strip club. So he ain't knocking hoes like, ain't none of these niggas knocking hoes like me, son. I'm the new Big Meech out here in these motherfuckers strip clubs.
Chill.
Nah, I ain't bullshitting, nigga. Ask any, man, why you listen, homie? They been telling you I've been in a strip club every night for almost 3-4 years.
Confirmed,
You ain't had no strippers ever say he broke, he didn't, nigga, none. They could get paid for this. Nigga, I'm such a player, even the club owners, nigga. Ask Mr. Hit That. Nigga, I make them NBA niggas go to showing out when I come in. So now, homie, nigga, these niggas see I'm good with the ladies. I'm really a ladies man. I'm sure a ladies man now with a little bit of money. Nigga can wine and dine, and I got some campaign funds to get elected. See, most niggas ain't got no campaign funds to get elected. They just got a good speech. The politician with a good speech can't keep going on. I got campaign funds to run commercials, to do all kind of shit to get elected. So, how many niggas be hating? Cause every time they see me, as Rollo, as anybody, how many they Unc always got a bad one. Unc always got a bad one. That's nigga ass half paint. Unc always got a bad one. So when I brought her, nigga, I got her out of her city. Them niggas mad in her city. I bring her to this city. Nigga, these hoes be looking, I done took her to DG, nigga, she been around a year. So it ain't like she knew. And we get money together. And she a professional gambler. So nigga, she got us to put something with something. And we got good business chemistry. But yeah, nigga, I'm on, nigga, you better not let your, I'm really a perfect gentleman. So if nothing else, nigga, women like that. And I'm funny. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. So nigga, you ain't gonna feel uncomfortable around me. So for one, that's attractive. And I don't run with a bunch of niggas. That's even more attractive. That's what keep my business secret. Just talk your business, not the hoe, cause the hoe getting something out of you. They benefit. Yeah, so yeah. Now mama say you getting something out of them, make sure they getting something out of you. That way it's a fair exchange.
Have you been going back and forth with Kwame Brown?
Yeah, he said something recently, when they thought I was counseled by the white people. But I only argue with a nigga like that for one video, cause me and him done bumped heads once before. 3-4 years ago, I ate that nigga up.
Pause.
Yeah. I ain't pausing shit. I ate that ass up. I ate his motherfucking ass. You damn near got me with that. I say, yeah, pause. Nah, ain't no pause shit. You ain't no pause, motherfucker. I ate his ass up. Nah, man, I don't want to go backwards. So that's why I don't want to do nothing with no LA gang banging. Somebody called me to come to do something with one of 4 extra cousins. I said, homie, I don't want to do nothing with a LA gang banging. That's going backwards. I don't want to argue with Bosco. I don't want to argue with Kwame. Homie, I done already beat all of them. They still online. They still in the house on YouTube waiting on a YouTube check. Homie, I done graduated to doing tours, movies. That homie, they be wanting some attention. And if I give it to them, they got a nice little YouTube check for the month. But Kwame Brown, if I was in his position, the way he came to the internet, his name should be just as big as mine. Especially when he came with the Mama's Cooking. Homie, once I saw he didn't brand and market that Mama's Cooking because he had a thing going, he could have been selling merchandise. Homie, he's still online going back and forth. I'm selling merchandise, tickets, putting asses in seats. The objective was to evolve past this, homie. To ultimately being a Say Cheese TV, doing interviews. Homie, you can't keep on doing this on YouTube and thinking, man, no, hell no.
Have you been seeing the thing about the David kid, the artist that was dating a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Found the body in his trunk.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
He didn't do it.
Out of here, all the evidence that's out there.
when they gonna let her stay out this long and they got a little bit of evidence? They didn't arrest nigga with way less evidence. If nothing else, put him in jail just to put a hole on him.
A dead body found in your car?
Nothing, listen, hold on. If they find a dead body in me and your car, and this is our car, do you think they'll let me and you stay out like long? They got all, so think about this. If they got all this information on him, dating a minor, an underage kid, and she look like a white girl, mixed girl, what nigga they let just stay free like this? We already claim about injustices. You don't think, like we see in all the first 48s and crime units victims, they would find some kind of reason to hold him and keep him, make sure he don't do nothing to flee? They're not, no arrest. They got all this evidence to point to say he did it. He done sliced the body up because the body was butchered. So that means somewhere there's a location where there's been blood, where they put cut the lights. They got all this, no arrest? Y'all really think he done this and everything points at him? That's why you can't go with this. If everything points at him, why hadn't they made no arrest when we see niggas get arrested with less evidence? With less evidence, circumstantial evidence they go to trial with. So they got all this physical evidence in his car, his girlfriend. Come on, man. Some man.
She ran away to his house.
Maybe the uncle was f***ing her. That's why she ran away.
What do you mean? She ran away from her house to the artist's house. She's been missing for a year. The body comes up missing. The body was found September 7th or 9th. The body's missing. He's still going on tour. The body's in his car, chopped up, and he's still going on tour. He didn't report the car stolen. He didn't, bro, he's talking about her music.
So you mean to tell me OJ was found with a bloody glove, he was arrested immediately. Immediately, with all the circumstantial evidence they found on OJ, they placed it. So you mean to tell me they got all of this on this and he still get to move freely amongst America and they had to say, hey, we need to house arrest him, we need to do something. Nothing. We don't have no evidence of him going into the police station talking to nobody, but all of this evidence is against him. And y'all want me to believe that a black man in America get to move this freely with this much negative publicity on him, and he's possibly guilty. I like to think outside the box. I like to think outside the box, guys. Why would they let him walk this freely, only to lose endorsements and sponsorships and council shows and not his freedom? In the climate that we're in.
In his car, though.
Listen, who said it's his car? The police.
The car's registered under his name.
Registered under his name. Maybe I bought it for them. Him. Her. I got a bunch of cars out here I done bought, Sean, for people. That don't place me as the murderer. But as good as technology is today, you guys want me to believe that every single piece of evidence points at his guilt and they don't have probable cause to arrest him.
Okay, fuck the death. He was dating a 13-year-old girl.
So we got all the evidence.
It's evidence.
And you want me to believe that she's dead and the police have not even arrested him for being involved sexually.
I don't know if he killed her.
Hold on, listen to me. The mother of somebody can say he was messing with her, right?
The mother did.
So you mean to tell me if he was really messing with her, and they got proof and evidence, if nothing else, they get him on sex charges with a minor so we can at least hold him in jail while we investigate this murder, while we can put pressure on him. See, right now, there's no pressure on him to talk or nothing. So obviously, the evidence don't really point at him. They don't let black men get away with these kind of crimes, Sean. Not in America. Not under this president. Not under this president, homie. Not under this president with this Department of Justice and FBI director. They are not fit to let a black man. You see what they did to Diddy?
He's randomly on video washing all her shoes. Are you seeing this shit?
I am, and I'm also saying.
Do you randomly wash your girl's shoes? All of them? hand scrubbing?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I swear to
You
God.
gonna go buy her some new ones, nigga. You rich now.
I can call her right now and say, man, give me them shoes. So
Nigga, you getting money now. You ain't.
Man, I clean them new shoes because I still clean mine. Give me your jewelry. I clean your good. Man, yeah, I do my daughter. Let me clean your shoes. Yeah, I'm gonna clean my girl's shoes. When you got money, you pay for them hot dollars. Man, can we fit to go out? Because she ain't gonna clean them. I'm saying, homie, listen. Y'all want me to believe that we're mistreated by the police. So what y'all always saying? That it's unfair, we don't get a fair shot. Why are they giving him a fair shot then? With all the evidence. And this is circumstantial. And we seen them go to trial on circumstantial evidence. Lil Durk. This is a high profile case that any prosecutor, any FBI investigator would want to get on to get this guy. You can't make me believe they going this easy on the that done something this horrible to a kid. And he still, and all the black people saying this. When they canceling people's shows for speaking on Kirk.
He has the biggest song right now, the David Kid.
What song do we have?
It's called Romantic Homicide.
It don't mean nothing. He's black. He's black. If he die or go to jail with the biggest song, the record labels still make all their money. So why are they protecting this kid? If he's black in America and he's really done this. That's all I'm saying. It don't make sense to me. So I'm saying, let me think outside the box. Maybe his mama done it. Maybe her mama done it and set him up. Maybe one of them racist uncles or cousins don't like her. Maybe the other boyfriend done it. Maybe the pimp who was sex trafficking her for the last year when she ran away done it. Maybe because he's been on tour. So obviously maybe he got a good alibi. Well, I was cleaning her shoes. Man, I always clean her shoes. Ask my mom. So maybe he got a good enough alibi to show, man, I didn't do this. Since it
matching tattoos, same matching tattoo saying shh right here.
Well,
it says shh, matching tattoos as a 13-year-old. What's the excuse behind that, bro?
I don't know. I'm supposed to know. I wasn't a little bit. But I'm saying they must ain't got no evidence that he was that little hoe. And I know they said, man, he wrong for calling her a little hoe, but she was. Little girl don't run away from home. Little hoes and little bitches do. Little fast, mannish ass, hot pussy hoes and bitches do. Little girls stay and listen. So yeah, that was a little hot pussy little girl running away. And somebody was fucking her before she ran away. That's how she get fucked outside the household. Somebody fucking her within the family. That's what make her go outside searching for that dick at that age. So now, man, listen. Maybe there's no proof that he's been messing with her with the matching tattoos. Maybe there's no proof of it. Maybe mom's saying it, but maybe there's no proof. Obviously, homie, because you cannot make me believe as quick as it is and easy it is to lock up a black man just for allegations. Just for allegations. You mean to tell me they ain't arrested this guy? With all of this evidence, maybe the evidence don't point to him. Maybe it's just the public opinion, the public court's opinion. But obviously, homie, the police don't have enough evidence to charge him with all of this speculation. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
I ain't saying he did or he didn't. Why they ain't moved on it if he did? And they have all of this pointing at him. And they're taking down black celebrities. Remember, they were just saying that. Diddy, Jay-Z, they're taking down black. So why they ain't took him down yet then? And they took Diddy down for less. So y'all help me make sense of it. Help me make sense of it. Is he the fall guy for a music executive that done it? Because they like kids too. They like kids too. Was he the guy that went out and got her? Because they have to have somebody go get the kid like Charles Manson used to do. And they always use celebrities. R. Kelly did. So they haven't stopped abusing children in this industry. So y'all want me to believe this black kid that's an artist, that's this big, tied to an industry that abuses children, he done this and all the evidence points to him. Sound like he's being set up to me, Sean. Sound like he's a fall guy.
I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm not saying you're right or wrong.
I don't give a damn.
You're the only person that
I don't give a damn what happened. Nigga, I don't know him.
I do feel like a plot twist could come.
I know it's a plot twist because niggas don't get to commit crimes like this with the evidence pointing guilty and go free. That's never been the history of this country. Why would they start doing it now? Do you know how she look like a little lily white girl? So if we got black men being found hung on college campuses and around high school, why we talking about a nigga that got evidence won't be arrested? Man, no.
The kid that was found hanging in Mississippi, they said it was no foul play. And
they lied and said it was in a dorm somewhere else, but it was in actually the dorm room. So they lied and said the body was found somewhere else, is what they told the family.
Okay.
But I'm saying, so what they found two hanging? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. So go on about your business. You go on about your business.
I mean, there's nothing who to do something to who. We don't know who did it.
Who hang niggas in America? Who got a history of hanging niggas
white
in America?
people, but I'm saying
that's who did it.
But who?
It don't matter. White people.
And that came right after the Charlie Kirk situation.
It don't matter. White people. He was hanging before then. They just found him after that. Remember, a year ago, somebody reached out to us and found another truck driver hanging. Remember, I said, man, I ain't gonna speak on it because I ain't ready to go to war with white people. Not about this. I go to war with white people about my rights, but not for black people. You see, if I die for my rights, I die for me and my rights, fighting for my right. If I die for black people, I'm fighting for rights they don't even give a damn about. They don't care about voting. They don't care about reading, going to school. So why would I fight for them? I got rights. And so I uphold my rights, homie. So motherfucker can't tell me what I can say.
Cardi B's pregnant again. I mean, me and you have a history of doing Cardi B segments. Yeah. She's pregnant by Stefan Diggs. Didn't waste no time. Moved on.
That's that HPV pussy.
HPV pussy? What's that?
That's the herpes pussy. Human papillomavirus. You know, they give the kids so they give kids immunization shots for that now. So all young girls 12 and something in Texas have to have the HPV vaccine. Homie, listen. Any nigga that got 3, 4, 5 baby mamas, I mean he a lot of women raw. So he's susceptible to carrying some type of STI or STD. Dick too active with too many babies, with a history of raw dogging. So now she I thought she was way more sharp than that. No, she ain't. That's the broken hoe. That's the broken hoe. She have to have a man. That's the broken hoe that have to have a man. That ain't a strong woman. That's why so many young girls and young ladies look up to her and admire. They all broken little hoes. And they enjoy being hoes. They just ain't getting a lot of benefit out of being a hoe. Yeah,
she's getting championed right now. A lot of women are praising her for moving on and not.
Multiple baby daddies. But you don't hear the Latino community praising her. It's just black women. Because black women have multiple baby daddies. Mexican and white women don't. Julio put 4, 5 babies in the baby. She got 2 different baby daddies. He got 7 different baby mamas. And all the kids around the same age. His kids will end up fucking with each other sexually. Because they spread it out. As a man, no matter how athletic he is and how well he's doing in football, he's a pathetic father. And every bitch he done fuck with got to complain about him. Cardi go be complaining. Any kick them hoes ass. Any type of kick you in your ass and be kissing on them turtles, putting that dick off in you saying he's sorry. You made me do it. You see what you made me do? And be making you come while he blaming you for the ass. He that kind of all them hoes, and he a freaksman. He like to So she just a calm bucket. Cardi B done turned into a calm bucket. But she was a good housewife as a hoe. She was ready to be a housewife. She don't want to go back to this. She hates she having a baby. So she got to try to make it look good, homie. But no woman have ever been proud to be the other baby mama while we both pregnant. So, yeah, Shirley, that's both our babies, homie. She had to say it jokingly, not to cry. So I think 2 of those babies was born in wedlock, right? Offset baby, she was born in wedlock. The other baby gonna be a problem because it's a bastard baby. So you got a bastard baby and you got 2 children born in wedlock. You got 2 born in wedlock and you got 1 born out of wedlock while you're married. That's not Stephon Diggs' baby. That's Offset baby by law. By law. That's his baby. That's his baby. And if I were that nigga, I'd play dirty and claim the baby. Get a baby my name and mistreat it. Yeah, not buy all the, yeah, he get 1 toy for Christmas and my real kids get a bunch of toys. Yeah, my kids get flown in on a helicopter for their birthday party and we doing the hot dog and chili and the cake and ice cream at the poor grandmama house for that baby. Yeah, that's how I would do that. Yeah. That got my wife pregnant, even when we ain't together. Yeah. Nah, I don't think this is nothing to be proud of, homie. Just as a black woman, none of our black mothers would clap for this. Girl, you supposed to take time and get you together. Just as soon as your went up, you went hitting the streets. You just had a baby. You didn't play mama. Who nurturing these babies? Where the nurture come from? If you got time to and do, man, you out party having fun. Who nurturing these babies? What the positive male influence coming from? You getting your son her twisted up like this nigga. This nigga is not a positive influence on your child. He ain't even in his own kid's life. So, man, she was better off staying in that grass because it don't look like it's green over her.
Yeah, somebody said from a wife to a baby mom.
That's ass backwards, ain't it? That's ass backwards, ain't it? And I'm willing to bet that ain't his baby. That baby got to be blood tested. It's some jaws got to be swabbed. Because they was all each other around the same time. And that baby gonna be a C-section baby. That baby ain't gonna be able to come out that pussy. Got to get that baby out the belly.
Yo, I'm so happy you said that. So,
she can't. I'm telling you, that's not his baby. That's not his baby by law. That's not his baby. She was supposed to get all that undone. And then, homie, just from a spiritual aspect, how the kids get mistreated. That's how these 2 brothers or kids look at this one. Man, yeah, no. Because I guarantee, nigga, when that baby turn 10, they won't have a mutual respectful relationship. That nigga like to fuck hoes. She just playing cool right now with it. But nigga, once that baby get her, she ain't gonna be cool with that nigga having to go over there. Because when he go over there, he gonna be fucking one of them too, they baby mama. And niggas still fuck baby mama till them kids still be about 4, 5 years old for y'all really start hating each other. But y'all still sneak and fuck with the hate love, out of convenience. So yeah, nah, nigga, so this was 10 steps back for the black women, especially for the ones who clapping. Because most of the hoes who clapping got 2 or more kids by 3 or more different niggas. That's a contaminated pussy. That's a contaminated pussy.
Speaking of, I'm gonna say 2-3 years ago, I'm lying. Shit, last year you had predicted Blueface and Christian Rock's baby.
Yeah, baby about 2 years old now, so it's been about 2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, man. And I mean,
it was gonna be a bobblehead.
Man, bruh, chill out. Chill out, man.
Never can't hold their head up. Some point they gotta be able to hold their head up and look up at you. But nigga, homie, I play a villain. And some of the things I say at times, I'm not saying gonna affect me, but I say, God damn, nigga, shit. I say some shit. But then I say, but nigga, you ain't saying nothing wrong. How you saying it is wrong, but how can the truth be wrong, even if it's said like this? If you don't say it like this, if you say, hey man, most black women don't do prenatal care. They don't find out. They don't pay attention, but he said, man, you stupid ass bitches don't even find out y'all pregnant till y'all 3 months. Still be drinking. By this time, you in your second trimester. Man, you bitches arguing and fighting. So, homie, even I'm saying it that way, but I'm highlighting the different trimesters throughout the pregnancy that's important. Prenatal care, the lack of prenatal care. Homie, so yeah, I'm saying it fucked up, but nigga, it's the truth. So anybody who know anything about child development, child side, homie, you can clearly see that baby was gonna be affected. For one, the level of violence while she was pregnant, the different outbursts of anger. Nigga, and she was drinking. We was seeing her drinking in the club pregnant. We was seeing her smoking, and nigga, they was cheering for her. Nobody was shaming that behavior. Nobody's shaming Cardi B's behavior. A man have always done what Offset is doing. Women have not always done what Cardi them is doing. Women have always went and fixed them first, because if they fixed them, it fixed the man problem. If women fixed them, it fixed the man problem. Because now nigga got to pull his pants up to get some pussy. Nigga got to start opening car doors to get. If they fixed them, it fixed the weak man problem. They accepting these weak men. If they up the standards, then the standards won't be lower. But nigga, they lower the standards so goddamn low, they have to share us. Especially if you're a hell of a nigga. They have to share a hell of a nigga, homie. They just don't realize it yet. That's why their friends want to fuck them with it. That's why, yeah, nigga, a hell of a nigga is rare, especially for a woman to be bragging about him, because very few women really brag about their man. Because most niggas don't give a bitch nothing to brag about other than some dick. So, yeah, nigga, I almost want my son to go, go cross the railroad tracks and marry. I don't want him married no black chick.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the last black baby of my family, because I got mixed children. Yeah, I'm the last black baby.
Damn, so.
After me, it won't be unless my brother have a baby, and then my sister, her children's name changed. So the last name White, nigga, there won't be no more black people as whites, because I went and had mixed children.
Does your son like black women?
No.
Mexican?
He like mixed women, mulattoes, whites, Mexican, everything but black. I've never seen him bring a full black girl home.
You never asked him why?
I've been happy he had.
Why?
He go have to whoop the bitch. You can't bring, black women today, his age group, you got to kick their ass. You can't sweet talk them. You can't hold the door, because they bitch ass nigga. Say my nigga, say, they gangster. So nigga, you got to hit one of them hoes upside the head and hold her down and show her you stronger than her.
There's still good black women out here.
Not for his generation.
Really?
Yeah, they ain't gonna know how to cook. Look what they honor and praise. A woman married shouldn't never be pregnant by another man. That's never been the normal. So imagine the young ladies up under these women. Shit, man. Yeah, nah, nigga, I'm glad. Nah, I'm glad my son ain't bringing home no full black chick. They ain't raised right today. At least the other people got culture where this little girl know how to be a woman, clean, cook. So my son got a mixed broad. She got a white mom and a black daddy. And nigga, they a perfect little couple. So what I realized is mixed couples work good together. If you get a mixed nigga with a full black chick, then you're gonna have the color stigma to come up when they get into it. Well, them light-skinned nigga activities, them yellow niggas, so you gonna have all that come up. Well, he black and Mexican, that's that Mexican side of it. So nigga here, so I remind my son, nigga, you ain't black and you ain't Mexican. Neither side will accept you completely, so don't claim neither. You're both biracial. You're nothing like a Mexican or a black, nigga. You're totally different. So that's what I remind mixed kids, nigga, you ain't what they tell you are. You who you connect with, other mixed people. And that's when we'll finally see peace in the world, when there's more mixed people connected.
I know your daughter's younger. Would you prefer her to date a black man? I mean, of course, right?
I'd rather my daughter be a lesbian.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
Nah, man.
I'd rather my daughter be a lesbian than to date a nigga. I don't want no fool.
People may say that's self-hate, though.
It is. The nigga shit stopped with me. I'm the last in my family. There will be no more niggas going forward. I'm the last It all stops right here. I'm breaking the soul. I'm cutting the curve. I intentionally had biracial children. I intentionally had biracial children. For one, I didn't want the problem you have. So I've been able to have full access and control of my legacy by not having full black children. I ain't never heard, these are my kids. You can't, no, I got to say so. And from naming them to everything. So the black woman wasn't going to let you do that. The black woman take control over the black man's legacy by way of his children. If she want to give him another name, she can do that. So, I intentionally had biracial children. Is that self-hate? Yeah. I love me. I don't love us. Yeah, so I didn't want to produce us. I didn't want my daughter to be ashamed of her real hair. So I wanted to make a baby that had the real hair like the fake hair that the women put on their head. Mm-hmm. I got tired of putting an S-curl on my head and leaving it on there so long where nigga, it burned my scalp because I want some waves. I made a baby that was born with waves. So yeah, I went and made what I wanted, what we wanted. Yeah, we stay out the sun for what, man? Well, I don't want to get black. I went and made what we honor and call beauty. And they look like some beautiful gerber babies.
What if she had a mixed boyfriend?
I can settle for a white mama and a black daddy. Yeah, but I don't want no black mama and a white daddy or black mama and a Mexican daddy. The mama have to be white. I don't want the mixed baby coming from the black mama.
Wow, so you feel like all this stems from a black woman?
Yeah.
More than a black man, a black woman?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the mother is the first teacher. Who teaches you discipline? Who gives you your temperament? Why are you so easily angered? Because your mother was easily angered. Why do you fight so quickly? Because you were hit so quickly. By who? Your mother. Most aren't abused by other men. Most niggas neglect and pain stems from their mother. Their anger is replaced by their father. Most pain and hurt and neglect stems from their mother, but the anger is directed at the father so they don't feel guilty for feeling like this about mama. So they take everything else on everybody else because this is how they really feel about mama. Who abuse women, pimp on women, that's how they really feel about mama. If that's aggressive and disrespectful to women, that's how they feel about mama. If you trace their roots back, it's a mama problem. Niggas who hurt other and just seem angry all the time, he got a daddy problem. The angry all the time mad nigga with his mama. But when you look at his anger, it's rooted back from mama's frustration. Get y'all goddamn ass up, sit down, because she frustrated with no man. So his frustration is his mother's frustration when he come to school. Yeah, he missed daddy, but he ain't angry about daddy today. He angry because mama hit him upside the head, told him, get your ugly ass on the bus. And he feel ugly today with the mismatched dirty socks on. So nah, homie, everything stems. When you look at Jeffrey Dahmer, go look at them mamas. Some of the most heartless niggas in the streets come from that hood mama. FBG Duck, King, them hood mama be them heartless street killer nigga mama who be with the shit with them. Help them sell dope, let them hide them be the dangerous niggas. Look at Bud Crawford. His mama neglected him, went against him, called him ugly. Can't nobody beat you, whoop you. His whole fight been about proving can't nobody whoop me off his mama's motivation. Mama motivation is what's destroying us. Because if mama make us feel like it's all right, we'll crash out. Nigga. Mama say go kill them niggas, you'll be in trouble. And that's what's happening. That's why I get my son and my brother now, them kind of mamas is the problem.
Last thing, we did an interview about Yayo, went crazy, 300,000-400,000 views. It's off that clip. People swear that I paid you to do damage control.
And they was acting like we were talking gay talk when I'm saying this is content creation. Let me make this entertaining. Let me tell the story. Let me paint the picture of how this is funny and why I don't think it's gay. You can't pay me. Can't nobody tell me Hey, say this.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that. You have to hire me. You have to hire me. And I'm saying, we don't kill the authenticity of what we doing by giving Charleston White a script on, say, Cheese TV. I ain't never heard the nigga was gay.
Me either.
So, and I'm saying, it take a gay person to say you gay. A hoe can't say you gay. A hoe would get mad and say you gay. Well, he got his booty busted open. A lot of you niggas bust your booty open to get ate. A lot of you bust your booty open to get ate. And if you don't bust it open to get ate, you bust it open after visitation when you go to jail and prison. So you go call that gay. She ain't saying, all she sent was a picture. Well, what do that? Well, how you get your ass ate? No matter what position you get in, you got to do it like a woman to get it ate. So how that make you gay and you doing it with a woman? I say anything messing with your booty gay, but I can't overrule what's gay. So today's people say all men like their booty ate for the most part. I'm saying you gay. They say, man, well, it ain't gay. Well, I'm saying, okay, it ain't gay, y'all, if the woman doing it. Not my preference. So I'm saying we all really want to hate on the little and call them gay. We would love to say this, but I ain't finna run with wrong like it's right. And I'm saying, homie, the broad just showed a picture of the nigga in his ass. I wanted to go in on him, but the real player in me said, man, homie, they just hot side.
What does Yayo do? I know you said he should speak out, but what should Yayo do? It's been 3 weeks. He
gotta come give an interview and look the camera head on. Nigga.
Yeah, he said he's not doing no interviews. Well, I tried to.
Well, that's where he's up at. That's what's hurting his brand and his career. Homie, just like you talked that gangster shit, just like you got in here and talked about Lil Ronnie, that's intimate too. When you show your pain about Cheek and Lil Ronnie, homie, those are intimate feelings. You done been caught with your pants there. You have to have some PR around this if you really into music. Or if not, you might be gay. You're running from it. You're running from the hard questions. You got Sauce Walker making a song about you saying, I ain't fighting you. I ain't get. So now you done gave these all the ammunition. But if you come on out and say, nigga, I'll climb the wall and hang upside down and let that hoe chase me up the wall eating that ass. yeah. If I lay back and put the heel of my feet to the top of my head and let her have, you got to claim it. And that's how they respect you. You ain't, homie, you have to, homie. You can't run for what you do in the dark to come to the light. Mm-hmm. You can't come out and say, all punks fight hard and then say, I don't want to talk no more. You can't come out with, I'll beat you up, and just because we ain't scared to get beat up by you, you can't quit talking. You got to keep on going on like you're going on. And them hoes with you. Make a booty eating song and go get Sexy Red. And then, do the Mo 3 and find your Sauce Walker lookalike. And after you get through getting your booty ate with the Sexy Red remix, you beat up the Sauce Walker in the ring, the Sauce Walker lookalike in the ring, and then eat his booty. No, I'm just playing. No. Do the penitentiary shit. Stick your finger in his booty or something. Like the big bad do in prison when they knock you out. Yeah, do that, and that'll counter the Sauce Walker diss. Yeah, take the fake Sauce Walker, make him look like Sauce, beat him up, knock him out, and do the Glock dookie, spit in his booty, put your finger in it, and let it go crazy, and then tell everybody, yeah, I like it. And tell us why you like it. And what age you start doing it. And do you think you'll do it forever? Do you ever feel uncomfortable doing it? Is it every time do you question your manhood if she get too wet and use too much spit? Do she ever make bubbles? What type? Tell us more about it. Make it interesting. But you can't holler about you go beat people up because you freaky. Yeah. And they got every right to make fun of you.
And you can't not say nothing because that's when people create narratives for you.
You can't be a big bad motherfucker at every situation, and then in this situation you want to be diplomatic silent. You can't do that. You still got to be Ye Yizzle. You still got to come with the arrogance and the confidence, or even if you gotta do your wrist like this, when I beat you up, nigga. I'm telling you, even if you got to do that, you got to be consistent with it. What you talking about, nigga? You don't let no nigga knock you off your rocker. They done knocked him off his rocker. I just knew he was finna rise to the occasion. This how you get sexy red in Lotto. All them niggas boot up like you, nigga. They just don't do it by the toilet. It's more by the bed.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Them be by the dresser, do they don't be by the toilet. Where it's dark and you can't really see their face if you take a picture. You know? The lampshade blocks them niggas clear view.
Oh, man. Shit, man. I mean, 600 Breezy's in jail, Fed case.
Me and 6ix9ine just did an interview.
6ix9ine, how'd that go?
Hey, homie, man, 6ix9ine really a real.
I love his energy, man.
Homie, he really a real homie. Yeah, homie, and he ain't a hoe, homie. Not that make you real. You can be a hoe type, still be real, because you don't display the level of violence and aggression that other people have. He got heart, homie, and he honest enough to say, I did this. He don't shy away from nothing that he's done that could be considered shameful. Nigga, with him. And we had a great interview. Yeah, we had a great interview, homie. He ain't dumb. He's very knowledgeable with the industry, with selling music. Like I told him, he would have done way better staying Latin and going.
He went Latin and he came back.
I told him he should have never came back. But the industry do owe him an apology.
Why'd he come back though?
The spirit of you. Yeah, it's the spirit of who he is. It's a nigga trapped in that Mexican body. Cause he grew up with our he did to me, you know, do what you can to fit in with the nigga. Even, yeah. So, you know, man, like my from Michi from New York said, homie, they was already on the 9 trades. Most of them niggas were wanted for other things. 6ix9ine really didn't tell on them. He really didn't tell on.
Yeah.
So I salute him. So between him, me and Lil Woody just sat back down. We finna start doing. Me and Woody had a long talk. We had a long talk, man.
That's dope, man. I mean, it seemed like you squashing beef with everybody. Rainwater, Woody.
It ain't no real beef, cause I ain't. It's just a bunch of misunderstanding and getting their feelings and act off the uncomfortable side of the feelings. You know, like I told Woody, I said, nah, when you came down here and said you found a tracker in your car, that's what got it with me, cause I ain't never crossed no. So, you know, he straight up told me, he said, man, everybody around me know you didn't do that, but I was just playing for the internet. But we did find, I know you didn't do that, but I couldn't give it out. But I wanted people to know I found a tracker. So, you know, he learned from me how to play the internet. He learned real good. So, you know, now we had a long talk, homie. But like I've been telling people, I've been watching that nigga, and I've been trying to fuck with him and see if he bullshitting. He really done made a transformation. I had sent a message the other day during all that Thug shit. That's what really made me say, man, because he showed too much compassion for Thug. He too forgiving. And he ain't playing, homie. That man just wanna be at peace. And it'll be a while before he can be at peace. So I had to go and say, man, I don't mean half. Yeah, nigga, I'm just fucking with you, nigga. And I was mad at you. So yeah. So we got some shit coming, homie. So we got some shit coming.
What else do you have coming in the future? I mean, 10 shows have been canceled.
10 shows have been canceled. I just got picked up. I don't know if it's QCDM, Lil Yachty. So I just got picked up for a major comedy show in Atlanta. I got another interview coming up with 6ix9ine. Me and Woody got some more 20 versus 2s coming up. Me and Woody finna start talking to the kids, doing youth engagement and youth advocacy together. Me and Aiden Ross start back streaming soon. More for the holidays. So it's more like we finna go out more into to our communities, homie. you know, kind of like what Casanat and them is doing with the other cities. So yeah, we finna go into our community,
Right.
And tap more back into the youth side of the hip hop culture.
Right.
So my shows didn't get canceled. So a lot of the clubs. So a lot of the clubs feel like I would be in danger.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of clubs feel like for my safety. So I didn't get canceled because of what I was saying. There was only one club, and that was the DC club, that was really kind of upset about what I said. But we also had to remind them that when I made mockery of George Floyd and all these other people, y'all said how great it was. Yeah, so we did have to remind them that. Y'all wanted me back, and y'all booked me twice in 1 year because of this. So anytime I'm up there talking down on black people, slavery, how, playing the Uncle Ruckus character, yeah, they love that. That's why I don't bring the real Charleston to light. I continuously play a character. I don't give, if I say fuck something, I really don't mean fuck it. If I say I love something, I probably love it, but I don't love it as much. So I don't bring the real me online because they would crucify me. I put the character up to be crucified. That's why I jump from behind the character. Nigga, I'm just playing a character because I'm nothing like this character is in real life. Is there elements of the personality? Yeah, but the traits and characteristics aren't there. So they just rescheduled the shows, homie. Yeah, so I needed a break anyway. I've been on tour for 52 weeks straight, twice. So and it was starting to become exhausting. So I was getting tired of flying. So at least 15 of those shows was 12 hours or longer. I would drive. I was starting to feel claustrophobic on planes. Yeah. So now this was a much needed, which I hated, but cause I like performing. But now, nigga, I needed this. Yeah, I needed this. So now I can focus more on other endeavors. But there's still more comedy shows coming in. But I'm gonna take the break, homie. But I don't fear nothing. People just in their feelings right now. Yeah. The Charlie Kirk assassination. This was not a regular shooting. It was staged and planned. That's part of that deep state, new world order type shit, homie. Because of things that he was saying at the end, not at the beginning. They didn't kill Dr. King for what he was saying in the beginning. They killed him for the things that he was saying in the end. That's why they're making such a comparison to Charlie Kirk. And he was nonviolent. So if nothing else, homie, yeah, he had a fucked up rhetoric. But his level of going about it never came off as angry, mean, hateful. It was empathy. Yeah, it didn't have empathy. He didn't show sympathy. It was blunt, straight to the point. But he never promoted violence. Dr. King never promoted violence. Yeah. So,
well, you went off on a guy when he compared Martin Luther King to Charlie Kirk on Twitter. Was it X Spaces?
Yeah. Yeah, I did on X Spaces because nigga Charlie Kirk never was arrested. You know how many times Dr. King was arrested for this fight? Nigga, what about Bloody Sunday? Nigga, Charlie Kirk never had to endure any aggressive opponents that would hurt you, that would kill you. Nigga, Dr. House and them families was threatened. Charlie didn't go through none of that. And Charlie was funded. Nigga, Dr. King wasn't funded. Dr. King was fighting for the rights of people. Charlie Kirk wasn't fighting for our rights. He was just talking about black people problems.
Yeah.
And he said our rights was a mistake. So you can't compare a white man in 2025 to a Negro colored man in the 1960s. That don't even compare. The privilege alone separates the two. It's easy for him to go on a college campus and never have nothing done to him until he was killed. Everywhere Dr. King went, he was threatened, under danger. That's the difference. Dr. King say all people hold hands. Charlie wasn't talking like Dr. King. Charlie was talking against black people with nothing good to say. We never had this many millionaires ever in the history of black people, even with Black Wall Street. Never. We've never dominated all sports like we do today. Even then, they barely let us in. Our Negro League, the Negro League was doing better. They went and took Jackie Robinson to pull him away from the Negro League. For one, he was a handsome, articulate, educated black man who was a soldier for the army. That's why we know Jackie Robinson. But it was niggas in the Negro League way better than Jackie Robinson. They always take one and put him before us. The FBI, J. Edgar Hoover said there will never be another black messiah. He just didn't mean black messiah. Nigga, they got something on every president it is. J. Edgar Hoover should, so you think the FBI, you think they not, come on, my nigga. But this ain't my business to be talking about them folk business. This ain't got nothing to do with us. We can't control it, and we don't know what's going on because they get to declassify and classify information for years that we don't get to see. So I'm saying to everybody, isn't it ironic that those 20 women who was at Capitol Hill that says if they don't release the Epstein files, I would tell you who was having sex with me? And then Charlie Kirk started pushing to release those files, and now he dead, and now where are those victims who can name and pinpoint the people? Because America's tune changed. Nobody's interested in those files anymore. They're mourning Charlie Kirk.
Charleston White, I appreciate you, man. Until next time, be safe, man.
Yes, sir.